Hi. So in this slide, I'm gonna be telling you about something called self loop in Mason's gain formula and how to deal with self loop. Here you can see in this example, I've shown this node. See this node. This is a loop whose branch starts from this nodes and comes to this same node with a gain of G4. So this kind of loop is called as self loop in signal flow graph. And how to deal with self loop, how you wanna write the transfer function is as follows. See, whenever you will have this kind of self loops, you have to consider two things in your mind. Okay, whenever you will write the delta and delta case, you have to include the self loop, and whenever you are writing the forward path gain, you have to exclude the self loop. So exclude during forward path gain, include during calculation of delta and delta k. So as I said in the second point, we have to exclude when the forward path gain is considered. So here I can see there are two paths. One is RS, one G1, G2, one C. This is one forward path. My next forward path is R1, G3, G2, 1 CS. Why we are ignoring this? Why we are excluding this? Because if we will consider this loop in forward path, it will be stuck here and we won't be able to go here if we will consider this loop. So that is why we preferably omit this loop when we calculate forward path gains. So you can see here I have written P1 is equal to G1 G2 1 G1 G2 1 and P2 is equal to G3 G2, which is 1 G3 G2. Okay, so completely ignore the self loop. Now when I count the loops, then you have to be careful and then you have to consider this loop. So I have my one loop G3 G2 minus H1, one loop is G1 G2 minus H1, and one loop is G4. See, I have written minus G1 G2 H1, G2 G3 H1 minus, and L3 is my G4. So I fulfilled the first criteria here, second criteria here. Now everything goes back to the same thing what we were doing in Mason's gain formula. Calculate the deltas. You have individual loop gains L1, L2, L3, 1 minus L1 plus L2 plus L3. Now here if you will see, there is no non-touching loop because of this node. See, this is one loop, second this is loop, and this is third loop. All the three loops having this node common. That is why they are touching loops, and that is why this term is 0. And my finally delta will be 1 plus G1 G2 H1 plus G3 G2 H1 minus G4. This is minus. Okay. Now again you will see delta case. So since you have two paths, that is why del 1 and del 2. Why these are 1? Because if you will remove any of the two paths, forward paths, this node will be removed, and if this node will be removed, you won't have any loops because this node is connected to all the three loops. So there is no loops when you will exclude the forward paths. So that is why delta k's are 1. And then same thing, plug the values. T is equal to P1 del 1 divided by del plus P2 del 2 divided by del, which ultimately comes as G1 G2 1 plus G3 G2 1 divided by 1 plus G1 G2 H1 plus G3 G2 H1 minus G4. So all the parts were same, just you had to include self loop when delta and delta k were calculated and exclude when forward path gain calculated. Rest everything is same. So that is how you normally proceed when you see self loops. This is the way to approach the question all the time. Okay, I'll take another example. You can see in this example you have this SFG given. This is your input, this is your output. This is gain 10 G1 and these are gain H1 H2 minus H1 minus H2 feedback gain. Now we have to find C by R. So you can see again the same thing. I have to exclude these two self loops. These are self loops, you can see. So I have to exclude while calculating the forward path gain, and I have to include the self loops when I calculate the loops, means delta and delta case. So you can see only one path is exists. P1 is equal to 1 G into 10, 10G1, 10G. Now delta 1 corresponding to this path will be calculated as 1 because these two nodes will be gone if you will remove this path, and hence no loops will be available. That is why this is 1. My two loops are L1 and L2 minus H1 minus H2. Now I can write delta 1 minus L1 plus L2 plus L1 L2. Why? Because these two are non-touching loops. You can see these nodes are not common to both of the loops. That is why you will have 1 minus H1 minus H2 plus H1 H2. This will be your delta. Now plug the values. You will get T is equal to C by R, J into 1 into 10 divided by 1 plus H1 plus H2 plus H1 H2 is equal to 10G divided by 1 plus H1 1 plus H2. I just took common 1 plus H1 and I wrote it in this way. So this will be my approach towards the self loops all the time. Okay, so you can see the only thing you have to keep in mind is while calculating the forward paths you have to exclude the self loops, and while calculating the delta and delta case you have to include the self loops. The rest of the concepts like non-touching and everything is same. The only thing changes these two loops. Okay, so every time you will face self loops you have to approach in this way. Now what I'll do in next part, there is some exception in this self loop as well. Okay, means like this is the way you will approach whether these variables are given or whether the values are given like 10, 1, 3, 4. Every time it will work out. But there are some few cases you have to make sure that you have to solve in a different way. So those exception case within the self loop I'll cover. One or two I guess, two exception cases are there for the self loop that I'll be covering in the next